empowering you to embrace your annual leave. I'm Professor Lori Snyder from Kingston University, and I am the chair of the UCU branch here at Kingston. So I wanted to go through with all university staff, those at Kingston University and perhaps elsewhere, your year in numbers. Now keep in mind, if you're not from Kingston University, then these numbers may be slightly different for you. Your work days. There are actually only 217 work days in the year. That's 43.4 weeks, or 43 weeks and 2 days. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your annual leave, and also things like bank holidays. The UK has 8 bank holidays, unless we're given another one like we were this year. Please don't work on your bank holidays. If you do, you get double time for it. That means that you get to take another day in the week, the normal working week, at double the time of the bank holiday, so actually 2 days. That is time off in lieu. Or you can ask for double time on your pay as overtime payment. Weekends. If you look at the number of weekends in the year, there are 105 weekend days. That's about half of what there are for working days. So please take advantage of your weekend. Don't work on your weekends. If you do, you get time and a half for every Saturday and double time for every Sunday to either take as time off in lieu, toil, or as overtime pay. Lastly, we have our annual leave. You have 35 days of annual leave at Kingston University with, at the time of this recording, a little caveat, which I'll get to in a moment. Most of us are not using our 35 days each year, and we really do need it. These are the benefits of taking your annual leave, and these have been extensively studied, scientifically studied, psychologically studied, and looking at the workforce and whether they're using their leave or not. Taking your leave decreases stress, reduces burnout, reduces the likelihood of taking sick leave because you've had that time to yourself, improves your mental health, again because you've switched off and you have some time for yourself. It actually improves your productivity at work. So taking that time, taking that break away from work means that when you return to work, you are actually more productive. Now, this may seem counterintuitive when you think of all these emails that build up and all these things you've got to do when you get back, but you'll actually be better at doing it when you get back to work. Taking time off builds family togetherness. It boosts your creativity, which can also help you at work with your teaching and with your research. It promotes physical health. It enhances your efficiency. So this goes hand in hand with your productivity. Your efficiency at work and in your other tasks in your life will actually be better because you've taken a step back and taken time away from work. It re-energizes you, improves your mood, and allows rest. These are your rights in annual leave, and this comes from the government and the Gov.uk website and also from Kingston University's policies. So if you're at a different university, please do check out the policies there. Did you know you have a legal holiday entitlement? Full-time staff must receive at least 28 days of annual leave. So that is lower than what we have at Kingston, but that means you should be taking at least those 28 days because the government says you need to. Did you know that the entitlement at Kingston University is 35 days, just for you? If you get sick while you're on one of your annual leave days, you can claim that day back and use it at another time. Now there is an asterisk there, and that's because at the time of this recording, our staff at Kingston who are on grades 2 to 7 start their careers with 25 days of annual leave and then earn another day for each of the next 5 years to a maximum of 30 days. Your UCU local branch is working on improving that to make it more equal between all of the grades. Did you know that you're also allowed special leave? If you're moving house, you can have 1 to 3 days, generally 3 days if you're coming to the university, 1 day if you're moving while you're already at the university. So that's a day off that you can have because you're moving, which doesn't cut into your annual leave days. If you're on bereavement, you can have a week or 2 for bereavement time and medical appointments. We hear so many members of staff say they've had to take annual leave hours or whole days due to medical appointments. This is not the case. You are entitled under special leave to attend your medical appointments. It does not impact your annual leave, and it is not sick leave. So please do review your policies and make sure your line managers are aware of your policies so that you can take your medical appointments. Now, the policy may say, in the past it certainly said, that we would like you to have your appointments outside of working hours. But we all know, HR is aware, we are aware, that we're going to take the NHS appointments that are offered to us. So please take your medical appointments and don't skip them and don't use your annual leave to do so. We also have dependency leave, which many people don't know about. You are entitled to up to 5 days every 12 months to cope with the unexpected when it comes to your dependents. If your child is off sick from school, that's not an annual leave day for you, nor a sick day. If your childcare suddenly falls through, then you can use one of these dependency leave days, up to 5 of them per year. And this counts for anyone who's a dependent. So if you have an elderly relative, you need to go to the hospital, you need to take care of them, you can use these dependency leave days to do so. This is what your time is worth, and I find this makes the most impact with academic staff to look at the numbers. If you look at one day, how much is one day of your time worth? And for this, I've taken a mid-grade 9 spine point of 40, which is on 49,962 pounds for the year. And that's before tax, and that does include our London waiting here at the university. So for that time, one day is calculated as 7.4 hours, times what's listed there as the hourly rate, £25.90. And that means that your day is worth £191.66. Now, you may not be on that spine point. You may be higher, you may be lower, but you can calculate based on that using the pay scales that are available online. So if you look at all of the days, what's that worth? If we start with the same salary, we have our 7.4 hours in a day times the 35 days of annual leave. So I haven't even included the bank holidays or the weekends or anything else. Just our 35 days of annual leave. That's 259 hours times the hourly rate is £6,708.10. That's a lot of money to just be giving back to the university by working your annual leave days. So what's a couple of days? Just a few days. Well, every day you don't take as annual leave actually slips your pay down the pay scale. Value yourself. Take your annual leave days. What if you just keep working? What's it matter if I just keep working? Well, if you work all of your annual leave days, all 35 of them, that takes your relative salary down from mid-spine point 9, mid-grade 9 to mid-grade 8 at spine point 35. So you're devaluing yourself. You're taking away a promotion you may have had to be at the level you are at for your experience and your time. But then I hear staff say, I can't possibly take my annual leave. I can't find a time during the year to take it. Now, there again is a misconception that you can only take your annual leave outside of term time. You can take your annual leave when you need to take your annual leave, when it fits best with your schedule. Term time can run throughout the entire year if you have MSc students in the summer doing projects. Some of the times you might think about are the start of September, where we are preparing for the next academic cycle, but maybe not as intensively as the start of September, more towards the end of September and into October, which is why the next time that is quite good is late October. Things have already started going for the new academic year. Some of us have half term with our kids. It's a good time to think about taking some annual leave and to juggle your schedule to allow yourself to do so. Mid-November can also be a lull. The end of December, where we have the holidays and the university shuts, that's a good time to take your annual leave. But please note, you do not have to take your annual leave then. If you're going to work from home and work on part of your work, whether it's answering emails or doing marking, don't take that annual leave time then. Take it another time of the year when you can actually relax. Late January is another good time to relax. The second term has started and you have got things rolling a bit. Mid-February comes another half term for those who have kids in school and can be a good time to take a break then. Then we have Easter. End of March, early April, Easter time, the university tends to shut for Easter. It tends to be after the term is over, and you can take a breather and take a break away somewhere. Middle of June can be good as well. The marking from exams can be done by then. Early May is also good with the bank holiday there. You can take an extended amount of leave. End of July, projects tend to be done for anyone who has summer projects. Resits could be happening around then, but you can think about when your deadlines are and juggle things around to give yourself some time in the end of July and into August. How are we going to encourage some holiday time? So too few of us are taking our annual leave. What can we do as a community at our university to encourage ourselves to take that time? We can create a culture of leave, positive discussions amongst ourselves around holidays and taking time off. If people want to juggle what's happening with their teaching schedules so that they can take time off, let's be open to that and flexible to help each other take our leave. Let's share recommendations, talk about our favorite places to get away, to get out, to take weekends away, maybe that don't even use annual leave, but still give you a benefit of having that time away, and longer breaks as well. Let's respect leave days. Don't answer your emails when you're on annual leave. Don't do marking, don't do work. You've booked those days for yourself. Take them for yourself. And also respect others who may have that time booked as annual leave. Set your out of office so that people know. And if they want to send you an email, if you want to send someone an email who's on annual leave, maybe think about sending that email later or setting it to arrive later using that function in Outlook. Release your guilt. And this is the most important thing. Remember, you are legally required to have leave. Remember that their value to you and your value to the university, and that includes giving you those annual leave days. There should be no apologies for taking annual leave. Just take your leave. Just do it. Release the guilt from yourself. And here I have a whole list of some useful links, which you may want to follow. I will include the links in the description as well. There's our leave policy at the university. Again, if you're not at Kingston, then please look for where your policies are or ask your HR department. And then there are articles, why annual leave is important. Annual leave, here's the evidence for why you should use it up and how to make the most of it. Vacation, the science behind time off. The importance of annual leave. Why taking annual leave and really switching off is important for your mental health. The importance of encouraging staff to take annual leave. So encouraging each other and line managers encouraging staff. And why you should be encouraging staff to take annual leave. I've also cheekily included a link to Unified where you can book your time off and set yourself on out of office on Outlook. Thank you for your time and enjoy your time off.